saw what you did there.
What happened?
You're trying to be slick.
What?
Dick bag.
Welcome to the show, guys.
Are we even? Are you sure it's doing it? Can you read?
I mean, I can't read shit. I can't even see that far away.
You can't even see that far away?
No.
Can you see that far away?
It is recording. I see the red little icon on the bottom.
Yeah, I can see the red button right there.
Nobody cares about that icon.
Yeah, well, I mean, I kind of fucking do. We don't have a person over there doing it for us, so I have to do
Yeah,
it
we
right
do.
here.
His name's Steve. Why you gotta leave Steve out of it all the time?
I'm right here, guy.
If Steve was here, we would blood stick your ass to that fucking wall right now.
What?
Welcome back to the show, guys.
I wasn't talking about that, Steve.
Well, he's the only Steve that matters.
I know. It took me a while to figure out what you was talking
We're
about.
completely confused and topics don't matter anymore.
No, actually, today we have an interesting topic. We are going...
Bowl of peanuts.
Do you eat the shells on that one, too?
No.
That's where he draws the line. What are we talking about today?
They're not crunchy. Cartoons.
Cartoons.
Cartoons?
Teenage Mutant Ninja. God dang it.
We're going to talk about cartoons
This is
from
why
the
you need
80s,
to bring the back
the
into
90s.
the shop.
You know, then now today.
To the day. To the day.
You know,
To the day.
how they've gone. They were like just in their prime and then just kind of tanked hard. Teen Titans Go. And then, you know, they started coming back.
Like the new Thundercats that they tried to remake.
The new Thundercats wasn't really that bad.
It sucked on it.
I mean, that's your wrong opinion. It's okay.
No, you want to talk about a cartoon they've butchered with time? Scooby-Doo.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, like they would make... They did do one like a couple of years ago that was not bad.
The
Wasn't
Mysteries
even-
Incorporated one.
Yeah, it wasn't
it was
bad.
really good. Honestly.
I think
I
it
watched
explored a
the
little...
review.
Yeah. Explored a little more in depth with the characters. I like that.
Did I just hear Scott say he's communist?
I am. I don't
See?
watch Scooby-Doo.
You don't watch...
He's a commie, guys.
Scott
It's
does
okay.
not watch Scooby-Doo. What do you watch, Scott?
I don't watch cartoons. Cartoons are for losers.
Yeah, nobody believes that.
I know. I watch...
So how many cartoons do you watch a day?
I watch anime. I don't really watch cartoons. Not really much. I mean, I tried to watch the... I don't really watch cartoons much anymore.
If y'all are noticing how awkward I'm kind of sitting, it's because Scott literally is taking up 5 feet in that direction, and
Okay.
I'm literally like hugging the edge of the table just to be able to have my mic. So
Why you gotta call me out like that?
I'm gonna call you the fuck out.
Damn, okay.
All the
well,
call outs.
Yeah. Thank you. I can actually sit at the table, guys. Did you see that?
One
see me
of
sitting at the
us.
table?
One of us.
Yes, at the kids' table.
Let's look. Okay, so let's get into cartoons. Actually,
Well, let's start with what we watched when we were growing up.
Batman.
I mean, that's 90s and such. But
Spider-Man.
Spider-Man,
Thundercats.
Thundercats, G.I. Joe.
I never watched G.I. Joe.
You know what? Yeah.
I never
covered that
did.
in the last episode.
Yeah.
You really care for G.I. Joe.
Thundercats. I did.
I'm just talking about for like Thundercats, G.I. Joe, Centurions,
Voltron.
Voltron. you
Yeah.
know, Spider-Man, Batman,
Teenage
X-Men
Mutant Ninja
shows,
Turtles.
TMNT.
TMNT, yeah.
Like, those were great. And then, like, you have your Looney Tunes and Tiny Toons.
Animaniacs,
Animaniacs.
Tiny Toons. I remember that.
Tiny Toons, yeah. I remember the video game. Tiny Toons, yeah. Did you play that?
Yeah.
Yeah, that
I
was-
had it on the Sega.
Rescue,
I think it was Super
Rescue
Nintendo for
Rangers.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Rescue Rangers.
Oh, yeah.
Darkwing Duck.
Darkwing. I was
Duck.
gonna say Darkwing Duck, but yeah, Darkwing Duck.
Tailspin.
Tailspin.
Yeah.
Like, that was, like, for us, that's like the Bronze Age of cartoons. I mean,
I mean, Silver Age. I would easily say the Silver Age of cartoons.
yeah, it's Silver Age.
It's weird because we were right at that time period wherever they actually started putting ratings and like they were really, really hard on like Cartoon Network and stuff with what we could and couldn't see. We
Yeah.
were
Dexter's Laboratory.
Dexter's Laboratory.
Yeah.
We were in that weird phase where that rating was in effect, but it had already been in effect for like 10 years or so, and maybe not quite 10 years, but that had been in effect for a little bit, and they hard limited what you could and couldn't do in cartoons. but we actually kind of seems like we went through like the rise of that being a thing to like cartoons getting dumber and dumber and dumber and dumber because like you can't show this, so you have to entertain in other ways. Like my kids watch cartoons, and some of the cartoons that I've seen them watching, I'm just sitting there, I'm like, what is this? What is this shit? I mean,
Coco Melon.
like
Uncle Grandpa. Like,
yeah, that like stuff like that.
there was a show that Cartoon Network came out with called Uncle Grandpa.
Gumball.
See,
I don't like Gumball.
It's more of an adult cartoon. You can't like that's one of those cartoons you have to draw the line with your kids.
I don't like
they
Adventure
make
Time.
As an adult,
many,
I don't like it. Like
there's so many innuendos they make
but
about that show.
That's a lot of cartoons nowadays. There's those innuendos that's just not appropriate for children. Like there's stuff I'm catching on to adults, like rewatching cartoons I watched as a kid, where I'm just like,
oh yeah,
oh shit, like my kids watch this. I didn't get this 20 years ago, so I mean, like, but we're in a different age. Kids understand a little bit more. Mm-hmm. Things that they're talking about in school, like, and they discuss with their friends. Like, we weren't really talking about stuff like that back then. I mean, like, we did questionable stuff back in the day, but not to that extent.
Like visit the janitor in the closet at school? No? Nobody?
What? Did you just say you were kissing the janitor in the closet at school?
Visiting the janitor.
Visiting the janitor in the
I
closet.
thought he said he was visiting Ganondorf.
Yep.
Why are you visiting the janitor in school?
Here, candy.
I don't think that's...
Whoa.
Ouch.
Whoa.
Oh, man.
And this is why he's gay.
Oh, shit. That was, to clarify, I don't think that's funny. I'm more like, oh, fuck, Scott.
My laughing is more of like, what else do I do?
We'll find a way to cut that whole part out. That was bad.
Oh, how is that bad? It's funny. It's not funny.
It's
Horrible.
not funny.
I thought,
We like our show. You're trying to get us canceled.
my bad.
So at this point, all in favor of kicking Scott out. Just kidding. Just kidding.
We're still rolling with it.
But like Gumball's one of the very few shows though that like I watched and I was like, okay. Not that it's like amazing. It's an amazing show. I'm not gonna be like, oh, everybody should watch Gumball. But like, the reason I liked it is because it's like they have such such imaginations we had as kids, and you don't see a lot anymore. So for me, it kind of had that nostalgic feel. It brought me back to being a kid, having that imagination, wanting to go out and running around the yard doing this stuff. Except for they brought it onto a larger scale, you know, stuff they imagine actually happens. And
see, I don't know. I just didn't like it. I don't. A lot of the cartoons they make nowadays make me feel stupider for watching them.
Teen Titans Go.
Teen Titans Go. Even some of the the Batman, I didn't care for it too much. Like, I like the art form. There were some episodes where I'm like, okay, yeah, okay, I can get it. And then there's other episodes where I'm just like, really? Like,
Excuse me.
and I don't care for, like, the cheesy CGI stuff they like to do. Like, it was okay with some things. Like, they did, which it was in one of the Batmans they did in CGI, and I didn't like the CGI. Like, I just didn't care for it.
Yeah.
But then again, like, we watched shit like Appleseed, and it was bad CGI, but it was I don't know, it was not
Like Beast Wars.
Beast Wars.
That was
Ooh,
bad
bad
CGI.
CGI.
But it was a good show. I love that show.
show.
I love that
horrible
show.
CGI.
Horrible.
Oh my god, man! I loved Beast Wars.
I think I watched a YouTube video on it, and I was like, "What the hell? Like what? I don't remember it looking like that at all."
I don't
know,
remember,
right?
I don't remember being that bad. But
I don't
I
at
actually
all.
like watched
I
the
think-
whole
yeah,
first
same here.
season.
I rewatched it a few years ago, and I was just like, "Oh, the hell!"
I
I used
did
to
not
look
age
forward to
well.
watching this.
It did not age well.
Did not age well at all. Oh my god, it was so bad. No, I Beast Wars, man.
I know.
Oh,
You remember the Mega Man cartoon?
the original one or the the Battle Network one?
I'm pretty sure the original one. It came
I
on
remember
at like
80s
7
one.
in the morning on Fox.
The 80s one with
Yeah.
Dr. Wily. Yeah, dude, that was so good.
And it had the
I loved
Of
it.
course, I saw it in the 90s, but yeah.
Yeah, and it had the
Uh,
female one too,
90s-ish.
right?
Zero.
Yeah, it had Zero in it. Yeah, I sort of Special Gadget.
Oh, Inspector Gadget.
I know it didn't have Zero. It had Proto Man.
Was it Proto Man?
It's Proto Man.
It's Zero in the games.
No, it's not. The original Mega Man series, 1 through 10 or 11 now, it's Proto Man. The Zero doesn't get brought in until the X series.
So who was the chick and the?
You're talking about Roll.
Yeah. Yep.
And then the
That's her
dogs
name.
Rush.
Yep.
Yeah,
Yep.
okay, you're
Yep.
right.
Exactly. Yep. Yep.
Loved Rush. Turning into that freaking rocket board.
Rocket board thing. Yeah.
Or, spring jump.
Yeah, what happened? Why did cartoons just get so bad over time? Because like I legitimately enjoy the cartoons that were on when and then I watch what the kids are watching nowadays, and I'm just like, what is this bullshit that they're feeding my kids? Like every now and then I watch
to
them.
change like what was good when we were kids, and they tried to change it to what would be appealing to children now. And
Okay, well, what's wrong with children now that this is what's appealing to them? Because it's not good. Like I raised my kids on cartoons that I grew up on, and every now and then, like I catch them watching like something on YouTube of a cartoon. Like I hate SpongeBob. My kids are not allowed to watch SpongeBob. I hate SpongeBob.
SpongeBob is entertaining.
I hate SpongeBob.
SpongeBob is not for kids, though.
But
whatsoever.
But here's the thing: is it's aired at a time for children and targeted towards kids. So I mean,
Right.
like, there's a
No,
lot of stuff that's been listed, and you're like, it's not for kids. But keep in mind, it's more geared, like it's an adult audience based show. But they're peddling it to kids. They're not peddling it to us.
just it. Like it is written, like all the innuendos and stuff like that are written so dumbed down that the kids really aren't even going to know what the hell they're talking about.
But they're
It's targeting
subliminally
for
feeding
kids.
our kids these fucking innuendos.
Right.
Yeah,
Right.
I mean,
I completely agree. Like,
and that's
the
what's
show
wrong.
is a children's show, but like it's not a children's
yeah, it's
show.
a children's show, but keep your fucking sexual references to yourself. Like these people making these cartoons, it's like if you're feeding this to my kids, knock this shit the fuck off, because like there are things I'm okay with letting my kids watch that like Pokemon. My kids can watch Pokemon all day. I've rarely find a reference that an adult would get. That's like in the movies, like with Detective Pikachu, sure. Some other stuff, sure. Yeah, there is these things, and especially coming from a culture that's very like, I don't know how to properly put it, but like, there's a lot of sexual stuff in their culture and their TV shows and stuff like that. But in us, it's our stuff. Like I gotta hand it to them when it's geared towards kids, like kids, like Pokemon. They don't put that in there.
No.
Like if it's something that they're like, oh, we're gonna share this with Americans, like they don't put that shit in there. Because they. And I respect that they do that, but let's also keep in mind that like.
Our censorship is a lot stricter than it is.
Is it though? I
It
mean,
is.
look what's getting passed.
I mean,
yeah, you're right. Our censorship is definitely a lot stricter here, but
Yeah.
like, look at the stuff that our kids are actually watching. I mean, it's like they're watching stuff with these sexual innuendos, these adult humor, these bad jokes, and it's there. Like it's very, very obvious. Like I can watch it and be like, all right, no, that's you're not watching that, and I can turn it off, and the kids aren't watching it anymore.
Yeah.
And then I'm like, but where's the limit? Because it's like I said, I make my kids watch older cartoons. Like I feed them stuff like I'll let them watch the old Dungeons and Dragons cartoon. I'll let them watch the old Ninja. I'll let them watch pretty much all the Ninja Turtle stuff because for the most part, Ninja Turtles keeps it fairly. It rarely.
There's not really a Ninja Turtle series that I haven't really liked other than the newer one where they're a little blockier, but like even that grew on me and it was like, oh, all right, it's okay.
Yeah.
But like the newest one they have now, where they've differentiated the turtles, but the way they look, like they make Raphael look like he's got a friggin' mile high friggin' head. Mikey just looks like they make him look like a complete and total idiot when he's like literally a genius. Like he's a master of all the weapons. Like his brothers couldn't even do that, but they make him out to be a complete and total utter buffoon. And then Donatello, yeah, he's the geek, but he's like your super geeky, bashful, can't talk to girls nerd. And then Leonardo's, so you're like literally your Kensei. He's like, I follow the way and nothing else. Da, 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 da.
Yeah.
And like they've ruined this series has completely ruined the Turtles, and I hate this, that it is actually like TV canonical.
But that's the thing is, I mean, like with stuff like Ninja Turtles, I'm okay with letting my kids watch that nowadays.
Right.
And I get this was not like our original approach when we decided we were going to discuss this topic, but I mean, like realistically, it's a real deal because like
it is.
Like our children are watching these things, and
I censor the hell out of whatever my son watches.
Yeah, I censor the.
If I won't watch it, he's not going to watch it.
Yeah,
like that's just it. And there's a lot of stuff that like, if his mom and his grandma let him watch it, that's them. But like when he's with me, I don't let it fly.
Yeah.
Just because I hold a certain standard to television. Like, I don't really watch TV all that much, but, like, when I do, it's with him. And I don't want to watching this, like...
Yeah.
Teen Titans Go.
Yeah, I don't like Teen Titans Go.
They've got too many innuendos in there, and, like, they've dumbed down the Teen Titans. They made them look like morons. They were an epic teenage fighting team that, like, got out there and kicked butt. Now they're a bunch of morons that go out there and get their butt kicked and then come back and save the day.
See, I think they keep making stupider and stupider cartoons because they think they're peddling to this certain audience. But they don't realize that, like, technically parents pick what the kids watch. So when a parent filters what their kid watches, the kids still tend to find what they like. Like, right. Lorelai will watch, my youngest will watch Pokemon. Or she'll watch Teen Titans. Our Teen Titans we grew up with. But she'll also watch, like, the 90s animated Batman. Or The Adventures of Batman. She'll watch all that stuff. And then she actually has her, like, younger, more, like, she's an anime freak. She loves her anime. Which I have to be careful with what I let her watch there, too. But, that's what's, they're not, the network people aren't really getting is like the parents technically can choose what their kids watch.
Yeah.
If you make intelligent cartoons, the kids are going to watch it. You can make something like
fun and intelligent.
Fun and intelligent.
Opposed to stupid and fun.
Right, because I mean, look at DC's like animes, like the animations they've been putting out, like more towards like teen and our age audiences, right?
Right. I mean, Harley Quinn.
But they don't
series.
They don't. Yeah, that's definitely not for kids.
Not for kids. I was about to go there. Not for kids though.
But stuff like the animations, like Under the Red Hood, stuff like that. Just Death and Family,
they
Son of Batman, all that stuff.
I mean, they take a lot of the stuff that made those comic lines really bad and made it susceptible to be watched.
Yeah, they put it in there. Okay, so and this is the thing is, we were reading those comics at that age. We grew up reading those comics.
And we look back
and they've definitely chilled out over a lot over the years of what they put in it. Because I remember like an old Batman comic. I can't even remember which comic it was, but like they were kicking the shit out of somebody because he was like a pedophile. And they talked about like child pornography, and this guy was arrested for this, and Batman was like beaten. They beat him up, arrested him for it, and that was in the comics in like the 70s and 60s and 80s and stuff like that. And then they took that change, and now they don't mention that stuff in these comics. They still make them bad people, and they're still beating them up. But the thing is like the kids will watch like the animated Batmans. Like my kids watch the Son of Batman. They've watched all of them, and I can watch it. My kids can watch it. You have something both can watch. Now there is obviously some I won't let my kids watch. Like I've not let my younger ones watch The Killing Joke.
Nope.
Granted, it's not really like really, really bad, but like
It's nothing
there's
like
a
the
sense
comic.
of morbidity there. That's like I don't want. They can read the comic when they're older. But if you can put intelligent cartoons out there for kids,
Yeah.
and they'll watch them. Or you can put garbage out there, and they're gonna watch the garbage, and like us as parents have to step in officially and be like, all right, like this is what I want my kids watching, and this is not what I want my kids watching.
Yeah.
And if
Completely
you're
agree.
and the parents that are out there that are okay with letting their kids watch that stuff, I mean, by all means, they're their own, each their own. Let your kids watch whatever you want,
Right.
but cartoons are only going to get stupider over time because of that mentality.
Right.
So right now you might be like, all right, this cartoon's annoying. I don't really want my kids watching it, but it's a cartoon, blah, blah, blah. What can I do?
Right.
Well, keep in mind, when you don't go out of your way to find something they will watch and start hurting their ratings, the cartoons are going to get dumber because they're appealing more and more to younger audiences to get dumber and dumber.
Right.
And it's over time, it's bad. All right, well, actually, I think that's a good way to wrap up this episode.
Yeah.
It was not what we intended to talk about, but
It's something
it's something that needed
about.
to be talked about.
I agree.
As always, stay tuned.
Ring that bell.
Ring that bell.
Tell your moms I said hi.
Tell your mom Danny says hi, and
And the dog.
stay frosty, Time Lords.